Hi guys, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the Twin Flame family. Happy New Year 2017. I'm so excited to be coming to you with a new series of videos for January. And I wanted to make videos each week that are really based on our mission, moving forward, manifestation, clearing blocks, many of the things that I do in my coaching sessions with you. And one of the reasons I want to do this is so that we take the outward focus off of our twin flame dynamics and like the 3D stickiness, and really just focus on the positive vibes. And those vibes and that energy is from within and what we want to create right now. And I feel like creation is really at a high, and we've already set some intentions, new goals and things for this new year. So I want to help you start to bring them to life through these videos. And I feel like calling our attention away from whether it's the drama or the stickiness of the current situation or the struggles, will help us just kind of refocus that energy and shift. And the other reason why I want to post these videos is because I've started working with non-twin flames that are just sort of on the ascension path and going through spiritual awakening. So I wanted to broaden the subject matter a little bit, because ascension is ascension whether you're in a twin flame connection and being sparked by that, or whether you're just awakening through a series of events or challenges in your life that are sort of, blowing that portal open for you, that 1111 gateway, this is the ascension process. And so I'm just so overjoyed at the work that I've been able to do in the past 6 months with all of you, and so proud to hear all the stories. And I started reading the twin flame stories that you've been sending me, and it's just really beautiful synchronicities. And those of you who are already lining up with your missions, and some of you are coming to me and saying, I'm not sure what that is. And even if you're not in a twin flame connection, it's like getting on our higher purpose, getting on our highest path to fulfill what is in our soul's desire, our soul's, passion, our gifts, giving away our talents and our healing abilities. And I feel as though many of you are just starting to recognize the glimmers of what exactly your mission is. And I'm calling you now to further define it so that we can manifest what you want to manifest in 2017. And I feel like it's going to be rapid manifestation if we can get really clear and get in a really good positive energetic vibration. So the cards are saying to purify our energy. And there is a setting on the computer that I just learned. Someone nicely emailed into me. There's a reverse setting on the camera that helps these flip so you can read them. But this is Purification White Tara. I'm not going to flip it though, because I realized it flips the whole setting, and I don't want it to throw you off, you guys who watch me every week. So I'll just kind of show you the pictures, and I'll talk to you about the messages. So with purification, it's saying, this has come through before when we talked about mission, it's saying purify the energy, because in order to manifest and call into our experience what we want, this is law of attraction, we have to get really clear, and we also have to get rid of the fears and the doubts. And I think many of you have been working past doubt and fear, and it's really time to say, okay, let me get into the vibration now of all of this energy. Not just, oh, I really desire this. Okay, I'm not going to stand in my own way. Well, let's get into the excitement of it. So let's just say, for example, I want to manifest in the new year. Let's say, what is it? Is it a new client? Is it let's focus small first. Let's say it's not a new business or a new client or a full mission, but let's just say that it is a new connection to help me further align on this mission. So, and this mission for me feels like XYZ. Okay, so some of you, let's just do it for example. Some of you have said, you know, I'm kind of dabbling around in the healing arts and I feel like I'm being called to that, you know, whether it's Reiki or, you know, anything like that. And I feel like my mission's there, but I'm not quite sure where it is. And so I've often recommend or feel through the readings that you should connect into other groups or just kind of start meeting people and getting more interconnected into those circles, okay? And I would advise you now to say, okay, if mission is around that area, okay, well, what can we do without even putting ourselves out into physical groups or, you know, like social groups or healing groups? What can we do right here before we even take that step? Well, the first thing that we can do is to say, I would like to align with this mission, and I'm really excited about it. And start to feel how it's going to feel. What are the good things why does it make you feel good to move towards that? Why? You know, write that down. Why does it feel good? Well, because it feels light and because I'm helping people and that makes me feel great. And it's so different than what I'm doing right now for work. And I feel like I'm, you know, having my energy and life sucked out of me right now. And that feels different. That feels like I'm going to have a lot of energy to give. And so start to talk and clarify and articulate to yourself on paper or just through talking to yourself about what the difference is in the feeling of that and the feeling of switching careers or getting on your mission or helping others. What is that makes you feel good? Does it warm your heart? Like, what is that specifically? How does that feel? And start to get in the vibration of how good that really feels. So secondly, when I feel that, I want to like jump into it. So, but how do I get there? Okay, so we need to take the how out of this and stop worrying about how we're going to do it. Let's, for the first week, ask for one thing specifically, which is, I would like to attract a key person or a key experience or a key piece of information that will help me further define this mission or help me further open the door to this mission. Okay, so this is what you're going to ask for this week. I would like to attract into my experience a person that holds the key to opening this door for me or a piece of information that will help me further define this or open it up more. Okay, and then start to think about what that possibly could be. It's hard for me to give you lots of specific examples when I'm talking in generalities, but let's just say it's for, you know, someone who wants to work in the healing arts, and let's say it's Reiki. Okay, so like I want to do this Reiki, but I don't know, you know, I've taken a class, but I don't know where I could practice it or how I could do this. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the how, and then we're going to go, okay, I'd like to call into my experience a person who is either like a Reiki master or someone who's connected to an outlet where I could practice this, or maybe someone who's just going to share information with me or some sort of information that's going to come to me, and it's going to make me feel really excited because I'll be able to step into this without having to worry about the how. Okay? And let's just keep thinking about that each day. Just that magic, creating that magic of, you know, either a person that's going to assist this or a piece of information or something that's going to come in that we don't already have in our experience that we're going to ask for to help open this further, either further define it or open or blow it open so that we have a way in or have like the stepping stone or like a platform for, okay? And then just keep believing in it. The more specific you can be with the feeling of it, great. The more general you can be with the idea of it, that's even better. Because we don't want to get attached to, when we ask for manifestation and we become very attached to very specific things, that's when we start to block ourselves. So we want to just kind of ask generally and align ourselves very specifically with the feeling of that. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, someone's going to just come along and help. Oh, that's awesome. Or I'm going to just see something. I'm just going to see something online and be like, oh, perfect. You know what? I'm going to go to that studio and see if I can align with that studio that just came up on the internet with Reiki, with a Reiki share. I'm going to go there. There's people I need to meet there. Okay, perfect. I saw that for a reason. So those types of things are going to start to come to you, but we have to get clear about what we want. Even if we don't know exactly, I want you to put the intention into just the good feeling of what that mission is, even if it's general right now, and then just ask for the key holder to come in, or the key piece of information. It may not be a person. And then stay very aware. This is about heightening our awareness, okay? So I also work with the Ascension deck from, I think it's Diane Cooper. And I pulled this card, and there's an affirmation here that I want to read for you. And this is Hilarion. Hilarion is from Saturn, steps down his energy through the Temple of Truth over Crete. He is negotiator for Earth on the Council of Saturn and helps us remain connected to our spiritual journey. As master of the orange fifth ray of technology, science, truth, and knowledge, he invites you to open your mind so that he can drop seeds for new ideas into your consciousness. He assists those who are ready to become higher channels and clairvoyants. Your guidance is to sit quietly and ask him to help you be all that you can be. Affirmation: I open myself to the wisdom and guidance of Hilarion. Wow. So this really came up at the perfect time, this card. And it's asking us to ask Hilarion for assistance in this ascension process, for the truth and knowledge that we need, the ideas that are going to come in for us to get to that next place of whether reaching higher channels, connecting in further to our mission, which I think very much are aligning with many of you, opening up your psychic abilities or your intuitive abilities. If you still feel blocked by some of this stuff, by the way, don't forget to connect into your divine feminine prior to doing this, which is keep all those reminders about being receptive, really tapping into our intuition, okay? Knowing that when we receive those synchronicities, we trust it, we know when to act on it, and that we're open to receiving, okay? And that's part of the Ascended Masters card. Another Ascended Masters card that came up with the purification was the Go Now. And this is Serapis Bay, and it's saying, go now to your mission. Go now. Don't delay this, okay? But be sure that as you slip into this manifestation mode, that you're still not carrying the weighty stuff that's going to block you, the fears, the self-doubt, the masculine energy that's too forceful or not in alignment with receiving the messages or tapping fully into our intuition. And then, interestingly, the past life, Brian Weiss and Doreen Virtue card that came up is the Galactic card, which I think is just great because, look, we got Hilarion, which he is from Saturn and steps down his energy through the Temple of Truth over Crete, and the galactic energy. And it is like reaching up into the stars, into the cosmos to access that information that's out there, okay? And so you may already have an idea or a seed of an idea floating around, and then you'll see a synchronicity or a sign that will further affirm it or give you the more information that you need to move forward with it. Okay, so that manifestation that we're asking for, we're asking to turn those seed ideas that you're reaching up for and to access more information. And where they're going to now appear, that information, these portals, this more so than just the channeling of information into our minds. Now we're going to experience in our 3D experience ways that we can integrate it, right? To start to manifest the seeds of the creation, okay? And yeah, and some of you may have to sit with your mission a little bit more, okay? They're saying sit with it a little bit more and allow that that light, that source energy. Aligning with source is going to help you access and channel that information. Because if you're lost and still don't know what that is or feel disconnected from what the mission is, it's because you're not fully connected to source. And that means you're not fully connected to yourself. So the way to step back into that or to get in alignment is to start to self-love, really start to work on purifying the thoughts so it's real positive, energetic vibration, pushing away the doubt and fears, and then getting into feminine, receptive, creative mode, trusting our intuition, and then trusting the signs and synchronicities that we get. And, you know, trusting the law of attraction. This is how we manifest. And there may be things that are knocking at your door that you're like pushing away right now that maybe we need to look closer at them and say, should I be entertaining this? There may be people around you who you've yet to meet or fully interact with who are holding keys. And so just go further into this. Because I feel like for many of you, there's also, you're going to call in new information, new people to help you along this journey. And if I can be one of them, that's awesome. And if I can help you any further, define this. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I've readjusted. I've done with all of the New Year's specials and 2017 readings and just kind of have my 3 offerings on the website. It's a 30-minute reading and guidance session, a 60-minute, and then also an hour and 15, which is more of a soul coaching session, a little bit more intense. Those should be done probably in a series, not just one time. But the 30-minute and 60-minute reading you can book online on thetwinflamefamily.com. And we can work one-on-one to, again, clear the blocks, help you progress along the Ascension path, and further define what the mission is and how to move forward with this. I also have the workshop coming up on January 11th, and that is for a 2-hour teleconference, video conference. It's in the evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's all about connecting in with our divine feminine so that we can get into power from a not masculine place. So getting rid of false masculinity, claiming our divine feminine. What is that? How do we know those traits? How do we recognize them? What are the divine feminine archetypes? How do we step fully into the qualities of the divine feminine? And then how does that translate to our mission, to being leaders on our mission, to having success in the world, to harnessing those softer qualities into power without having to push or force? And so I will work with everyone on the call individually, as well as we'll work in a group dynamic together. And it's really going to be very interactive and really fun, lots of great information. I encourage you to take it. If you're looking to balance the divine feminine energy within, if you're carrying around false masculinity and, really just want to, practice on how to do this. Because so many of you I talk to, we touch upon this and then you say, but how do I do that? And I've given you tools, but I think having a workshop where we actually go deeper into the concepts and then facilitate the tools is going to be really key for so many of us. And I'm super excited to have all of this awesome divine feminine energy on the call. So January 11th, check it out, thetwinflamefamily.com. Happy New Year to everybody, and I'll see you next week. Okay.